I'm Susan Roberti, and welcome to Let's Talk Tail Waggers. We're at my favorite place, a dog show. We're going to walk around and we're going to see all the different types of dogs, meet wonderful people, sit and watch maybe a dog show, and begin to understand that it's fun. It's nothing really hard. But before we get started, I want to say thank you, Erin. You know, Erin has been bringing me these things for years. I don't know what I would do without her. She picks me up, and today we had a real good time getting here because the bridge is closed and we had to go right and left and up and down. But I'm just thrilled. I am so happy to be able to bring you to a dog show and help you understand that it isn't something dumb. It's really something wonderful. It brings families together. It's a nice thing to do with your children. It's not expensive. And it's just a joy to see all the different types of dogs. But number one is our mixed breeds. I love them best of all. So now, here we go. Hi, I'm Susan Roberti from Let's Talk Tail Waggers, BPTV in Bethel Park. Hi, and I hear your name's Riley.
Yes, this is Riley. His birthday is on the 5th, and he will be 4 years old.
And he likes it, you can tell.
He loves the attention. Riley's very special. He's my first ever show dog. I've never done this before, and I put his championship title on him myself. So we're working on our grand championship right now.
Look at that baby.
He is.
What made you get started?
I've loved dogs, Springers since I was a kid, and we've always had Springers, but never a show dog. And I've done agility with them.
Oh.
And so this one, I thought we're going to
Make him a
try. Yeah, I bought a dog that was a finished show dog from someone who was rehoming them, and I got to see what good quality breeding was like.
Yeah.
And it was a big difference. So that was our next one, was going to be for a show. Now Riley does agility.
Uh-huh.
He just got his master's title in agility. And he does rally and obedience, and he's also a certified therapy dog.
Oh, God bless you. Oh, that is.
I work in a hospital and occasionally take him with me, and he visits patients.
This is what dogs were made for. You know, and dog shows were made for people to have some fun. Everybody gets together. But when you take them into a hospital and people get to pet them, it's like nothing that you could ever know unless you've done it.
A previous one I had, here Riley, watch, good boy, I did therapy work with, and there was just something special. He seemed to really gravitate toward cancer patients, and so we like doing that.
He likes everything, huh, Riley?
Yes.
And I was a groomer for 40 years, and when I retired, and I did a dog named Riley that was
Oh, really?
And his mom lived in one of those great big tall buildings in Pittsburgh in a penthouse, and the chauffeur used to bring them, you know. And he'd come into my shop, and it was like, boy, am I glad to see you. Everybody called me Aunt Susie. Boy, am I glad to see you, Aunt Susie. I'm sick and tired of all it. Now I can have some fun, you know. But he was just as elegant and beautiful.
Well, I've had to learn to I do all my own grooming.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's been a lot, but it's a nice hobby. and very rewarding.
And it is. It's very rewarding. And he gets his ears wrapped, so when he goes back out into the ring, they're just perfection in case it's a rainy, humid day.
The intent is to keep the curls out. I took him to potty and he shook his head and the one came off, so we had to rewrap it. But,
oh, hello. Yeah.
Hey, Riley, can you sit for us? Come on, sit.
Oh, he wants to.
Give me your.
Look at,
oh, look at you. What
look
a
at,
good boy.
Look at this. You are so gorgeous, and you know it too, huh? He knows he's elegant. He does.
So we have to work on his feet yet, put some white chalk powder on him and puff him up, and we should be going in the show ring in about 20 minutes or so.
You're going to go out and show the world? Oh, is he beautiful? Oh,
thank you.
Well, you're lovely people, and I thank you so much, sweetie. I really do. I appreciate the good work you do, too. Thank you so much from the Tail Waggers. And don't fall
off. Give her
off.
a kiss. You going to give her a kiss?
Give me a kiss. Come on, kiss us.
He's a kisser.
No, he says, oh, Mom, no. He says, I don't even know her. Huh? Oh, she's checking him out.
Skinny steps.
She's checking him out to make sure that all his lengths and widths and everything's perfect. Look. I've never seen so many colors. Maybe we can talk to them. Your name is?
Pat.
And how long have you been doing this with these babies?
Well, we've been doing this about 15 years.
Oh, how'd you get started?
Her mother. My mother-in-law got us into this.
Really?
Drug her into it, and then I got drug into it.
Oh, but you love it.
Oh, yeah, I take
Yeah.
my little buddy here and take him
Yeah,
around the ring. I like it, yeah.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah,
Their
he's a good
color
boy.
is they're just exquisite. Oh,
Thank you.
My. Do you groom them yourself?
My wife does all the grooming. I'm
Yeah.
the guy that moves all the carts and cleans up and does all the stuff.
You're the janitor.
I'm the unpaid kennel help. She's the groomer extraordinaire.
Well, you get to be together, and
That's
it's a
right.
pretty nice thing, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we enjoy it.
What? Don't. Oh, look how.
Say nice. Say hello,
Yeah.
Cooper.
Say hi.
Cooper, say hi.
You do a beautiful
Smile.
job.
Thank you.
You do. And your name is?
It's Matt.
And how old is your puppy?
He is 2.5.
And what got you started?
We actually got a pet that turned into a potential show dog, and while we didn't show it, it got us hooked into the dog shows because we met good people. So
See, this is why I do my show, is to let people know. I'm a mutt lover, you know. But I really like to come here so people understand that it brings people together.
Right.
and it
it's
does.
and it's
Everybody has a
not
good time.
expensive to come visit. You can bring your kids, you know, and it's just a lovely thing to do. How many
Yep.
years have you been into this?
That was the first show was 13 years ago with this event. So
Wow! So you're really
So-
hooked, huh?
we are. Yeah, we got hooked.
Oh,
Hook, line, and sinker.
gorgeous.
He's retiring today.
Aw.
So,
Is he going to
at
be
2.5.
glad? Is he going to be glad?
Yes.
You think?
He's not for the show. He likes to show, but the whole grooming experience,
Aw.
the bathing and drying
Yeah,
more
yeah.
often than he thinks he needs
He
it.
should have that, huh? But you love
Yes.
them, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
good. And it's kind of you to say the end. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but they do love it. It's just, they have to get baths. That's all.
Look over.
Yeah.
We'll go around here and get these ladies. And your name is?
Paula.
And how long have you been doing this?
Well, this is my husband,
Oh,
so
hi. Okay, that's
the
the
same
husband.
amount of time that he's been doing
Oh,
it.
okay. Did you
Please give
both?
you the same answer.
Did both of you get hooked at the same time?
Yeah, actually we did. So we did. We enjoyed it, and this is something we can do together.
Together.
So-
See, this is dogs bring families together,
Right.
and even taking them for walks with the little ones, in the evening, and teaching the little ones
Right.
patience, to walk with the dog. But these little guys are so
Yeah.
gorgeous. Now, is this going to take over this one's?
Probably.
Yeah.
She's only 9 months old, so
Oh.
she'll eventually.
Already so pretty.
So thank you. Thanks.
And for a little girl, Boujons are wonderful.
They
Oh,
definitely are.
they're a nice breed,
They
and they're
definitely are.
kind.
Yep,
They're very
exactly.
kind. We got to get over for this one. And your name is?
I'm Mindy, and this is Dino.
Dino. Aw, how precious. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it about a year, and I got my dog from them. They're my breeders,
Uh-huh.
and I had another Bichon, and I do obedience and therapy dog work with my dog. So
Oh, therapy.
then I
Oh.
got into conformation with them. So
So what's the therapy?
we go to hospitals, nursing homes, libraries. They read the kids, and just anywhere, colleges, universities, where students are missing home or their pets from home. And some of our members in our chapter take them to elementary schools even. So,
Well, this is why in heaven God touched me and said, go down and be with the dogs. Because they fulfill every need a human needs. Huh?
exactly, yes.
Really. And even just to pet them,
Oh, yeah.
and have one of them to get up on you. I love them.
So I'm doing the same with him and my other one. We're going to do confirmation as well as therapy dog work and obedience. So.
Oh, and look how calm and nice they are.
Oh yeah, he loves it.
They enjoy it.
He loves to show
Look how
off.
cute. Did you catch him on the floor? How pretty. They're just gorgeous dogs.
Thank you.
They really and truly are. And there's a flavor, different kind for everybody in the world. Yeah, I like the mixed breeds, But I'd have one of those. Well, guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sharing all your love, because they are absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Bethel Park. Uncle Al speaking. I'm asking you to come help us behind the scenes at BP TV. We're looking for some proud Bethel Park residents to help us make the shows that you want to watch. For more information, contact Station Director Dave Cable, and we will see you behind the cameras at BP TV.
And your name is?
My name's Beverly Long, and I'm showing a 10-month-old French Bulldog today. Her name is Sassy's Little Charmer.
Now, what do you like about this breed of dog?
Oh, gosh. There is so much to say about this breed. I like how little clowns they are. They can 1 minute be a comedian and the next minute be very serious. When they go into the ring, they pour it on. When they come out, they can be a clown. Very versatile.
And they enjoy it, right?
Yes. Yes.
I've had so many people say to me, "Oh, that's ridiculous. Those dogs don't like it." But they do. They love the attention.
Oh, my, yeah. Oh, yeah. They are really pampered. They are the rock star of the day. I'm just driving the car, but they are the car. And they are the Rolls Royce, trust me.
You know, I don't have any now. My 3 passed away. But I'm looking. And every time I'm looking, it comes to one of these guys. You know, I turned 70, and I thought, gee, it would be nice to have one of these guys, you know, for a companion.
Yes, most definitely. What's nice is the size. They are not a large dog, but yet they can be protective. They'll warn you when strangers come, but they are very loving, and once they know the people, there's no problem. They're all around a good dog. I would recommend them.
And their little faces, like you said, they change.
Yes.
You know, you can see them coming down the street, and they look one way. You walk up to them, and their little expressions change. You know, they're dear baby. Yes. And they put their ears down, and it's so cool when you put your ears down. And they feel good.
Yes.
You know, when you touch them. You feel,
She feels the best when she's working in the ring. She loves to work.
How did you get started doing this?
Always had dogs, always loved dogs, researched different breeds. For an older person like myself,
Me?
yes, both of us, they're easier to handle. They are a very easy dog to handle. They take commands. They're intelligent.
Yeah, I can see, because there's a lot of them here, and they're all just standing around being perfect. Yeah.
Gentlemen and ladies. Yes.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're a good baby. You're gonna come, look, you're gonna come home with me. You take you home. Get that one. God. Are you a movie star?
Yes,
Are
she
you?
is. She's the rock star.
Are you the rock star? Are you? Don't get yourself all tangled up. Well, thank you, dear.
Thank you
And
for
I
your
hope
time.
you win.
and
Oh, thank you.
you so much.
I come.
We'll
Thank
see
you.
ya.
Oh, these darling dogs.
Well, everybody thinks because...
Hi. And your name is?
Beverly Schwab,
And you are?
the show secretary for WPKA.
Wow. And how did you get that car, that?
Well, I started in the club in 1962. I've been a member since 62. I've been trophy chairman. I've done every job there has except president or whatever. I'm on the board, and right now I'm secretary of the club.
And is that's your life, right?
Yeah, that's my life.
Yeah. And it brings great joy.
Right.
It does.
Right.
Yeah.
And
you were telling us about your dogs.
I raise collies. I had a litter, just had 4 champions last year.
How
all
many
finished.
babies do they have?
Well, she had 10, and 4's finished, and 2 more is pointed. So we had one that didn't make it in the show ring, but made a nice pet to somebody.
Yeah. Wow. That keeps you busy.
Oh, it does. All that grooming.
Now, does the mommy, can she feed all those
Oh, yeah.
babies?
She took care of them all. She's an excellent mother. And then we bred her again, because she only had 1 baby, and I spoiled her. I had to give her to my handler for her kid to play with her to get her to walk on a lead.
Wow. Now, everybody in this room, did they have to send in a paper, application to you?
No, they send it to Mospo. They enter the club. It was $30 a dog, and there was a reduction for puppy and bred by. And the entries close like 2 weeks before the show, and then they get the entries back, and they come here, and this is what we have. We have, I think, 100 more dogs this year than we had last year.
Well, we go to a lot of shows, and this is precious.
It's really nice.
This is the dearest, calmest, nicest dog show we've been to. Right, Aaron? Truthfully, it is very, very nice and organized. It really is. And the people to talk to are wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
we had a lot of compliments this year.
Yeah, when I walk up to somebody and would you like, you know, and they look at you like, what do you mean? Do I want to talk? And everybody here's just been
good,
so full of information, you know, and kindness.
Right.
And there goes look at that guy. Oh my.
And that's a nice poodle.
Yeah. I groomed them for 40 years. That's a nice poodle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
I
one.
think we have 146 different breeds here, and they're bringing all these ones in. They have a little one they call a Cumic. I never seen it till today.
No.
It's a little black dog, and it has little kinky ears and a little kinky tail, and it is just so cute. I saw it in a ring over there before, but they come in all colors.
And where's it from?
I don't know where they came from. I have to look it up.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they said they're starting to crossbreed too.
Yeah.
You know, Shih Tzus and
Yeah.
poodles and all that, because their breeds are kind of like getting really bad. Breeders
Well,
are bad.
The designer dogs, like when they did the Golden Doodles at first, they were $1,500, $2,000. Then when they grow up to be this high, they end up in the Humane Society because people didn't realize that cute puppy's going to get this big.
Well, you know, that's with any big dog.
Right.
We were talking, Aaron and I, we were talking about labs and retrievers, and they're so wonderful. And it makes me feel bad when I see one jumping on people and stuff.
Right.
If the owners just would take some time,
To
because
train 'em.
they're such a brilliant dog.
You know, my puppies, when they're small, you come to my house when they're 8 weeks old, ready to be sold, 10 weeks old.
There
they
you
don't
go.
jump.
There you
I
go.
teach them because people come with kids. And you don't want a puppy jumping on a kid and scratching their face or
Exactly.
anything. Yeah, you
And
have
if-
to train them right.
And if the biggest thing is patience and love.
Right.
Patience
And
and
love.
love. And if you have a big dog, it's going to be big. You sit on the floor in the kitchen or wherever with your treat
Right.
and work with it on the floor so
Right.
it learns it's going to be on the
Right.
floor. You're not carrying it all around all the time and then it just
Yeah.
is 100
Yeah.
pounds and it thinks, oh, you know. But dogs to me and to Aaron are everything.
They are
Everything.
to me now. That's all I have now. So.
Everything. Even when I had kids or whatever, my kids would say, "How come you like that dog more than me?" I said, "Because it's not going to it's not going to grow up and leave me."
Well, my mother every year for Christmas, she used to buy my daughter a buggy and a baby doll. The baby doll went in the cupboard and the buggy hauled collie puppies around. They were the best trained collie puppies. They'd all sitting. I have pictures of
I
them
was
sitting in the
gonna
buggy,
say.
all hanging out, just laying there looking out. And then she'd put them in a blanket and they'd be sleeping all day. That's all she played with was
God.
puppies in the back. Her little buggy. It
Well,
was
she
funny.
grew up a nice life,
Right.
And dogs are just wonderful for all occasions.
Right.
They really are.
Even I have a girlfriend that does the homes, with her collie,
Oh.
and those people, it just makes them smile.
And they touch
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
and love
they
them.
just love
And
that.
their noses and collies, their noses are
Yeah.
just, that's what God made them so long
Yeah.
like that, so at least you can love them.
You're
I know.
right.
I know, I love them, I do. They're dear, dear dogs. Is that the only type you ever had? Collie?
No, I started out at 16. My first puppy was a Pekin. I wanted to collie. We lived in town, in a plush town, and I wasn't allowed to have a big dog. So my dad brought me home a Pekingese. It was 6 weeks old, and it laid in my hand, and I had to feed it with a pablum with a spoon. And that was Ming Toy, and he lived until he was 16 years old. And then I got a Pomeranian off of the lady that was a judge in Pittsburgh. She was about 98 years old, and when I went to her house, she had these dogs all lined up against her, but she had 50 dogs.
Oh, my.
And when she died, she had them in her will, and they all went to real nice people.
Wow.
She was very smart that
Thoughtful.
way.
She was thoughtful.
And I bought a little Pomeranian, then I got started in them.
Yeah.
And then I did away with them kind of. I finished all the Pekingese I had.
Yeah.
I didn't do much with the Pomeranians.
Yeah.
And then I went to the collies.
How did you find a collie?
I bought one. It
Just-
was in the paper. And, it was out of Champion Johnny Casanova. And he had just finished as champion the day we were born. And I got to meet Alda McClure, who was a wonderful collie breeder. And I was friends with her for probably about 40 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, dogs bring people together.
Right.
They do. And children learn gentle,
Right.
be kind.
Right.
And this is a very sad thing, but when I was a little girl, my dad had, when he married my mom, had a cocker. Then we kids were born. And Goldie, he called her Goldie. And when she passed away, that was the first time I ever saw my dad cry.
Oh, yeah.
And he was out in the kitchen, and he had his head down. And I heard, and it sounded like a deer crying or weird sounds, And I was just wee little. And I walked over and looked up under and saw him, and he was crying. And he looked up at my mother and he said, you know, she died in the car on the way because she didn't want me to have to kill her. I'll never forget that, Scorpy. And then I really learned how much that means.
Right.
And my grandfather, he raised beagles. And I would go up, and they lived on the lake. So I went, from the time I was little, we'd go stay. And Pap had the nicest, prettiest beagles. And they got fat over the winter, you know. So he'd start feeding them carrots and stuff, you know, bring their weight down. And he had one named Sassy. And we went out in the kennels, and I said, Pap, and he was huge, you know. And I said, Pap, look how sad Sassy is. And I said, oh my. And he said, you know, dogs don't cry tears on the outside. They cry them into their heart. Then I was in love. That was it.
Right.
That was it. My whole life after that was doggies. And my grandmother, she raised Bassets, and the one had 21 babies. Yeah, Rufus and Ruffles. Yeah, when I went up, we had to feed. Go down in the middle of the night, you know, she'd wake up to go down and feed them. But you never forget them.
No.
I could tell you every single dog that I've ever had in my life. They mark you forever.
Right.
Yeah. You're a dear, dear, dear lady.
Thank you for talking to me.
Yeah, well, thank you for spending time with us, and I'm glad that you got to do all this.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, it's that time again. Time to say goodbye. I think anyone at home that you see this was the sweetest, the kindest, and the nicest dog show that we've been to ever. The people here were wonderful. The dogs were wonderful, and I had an absolutely wonderful day. And we have a new person with us is the South Hills Pet Rescue, and that is the organization that I'm going to be talking to you about quite often. We did a show about the South Korean dogs that they're bringing in to save their lives. If you look back a little bit, you'll see the show about that. But I want to say thank you to all of you for being so sweet and kind when you come up and see me. And today was one of the best the Tail Waggers has ever had. And once again, Erin, I thank you, baby girl, for bringing me. And like always, thanks from all the Tail Waggers.